Hi everyone, good day. So for today's morning, I am going to discuss with you the hair and fibers. So ako ang topic ng karon kay is all about hair from lesson 12. Okay, so what is hair? Hair is refers to slender, thread-like outgrowths of epidermis, which forms a distinct type of body covering in mammals. So, ang hair daw, very tiny threads na nagtubo from our skin. So, I know that every one of us here are all familiar with epidermis. So, when we say epidermis, it is the outermost layer of our skin. So, hair is one of the most common types of trace evidence found at crime scene. So, when we say trace evidence, it is an evidence which helps an investigator to identify the suspect or the victim since ang hair man kay nagkonsist siya of DNA. So, next, biology of hair. So, it composed of keratin. So, keratin is strong and very durable protein that makes our hair tough and para po dili siya dali madaot. So next, it produced from the hair follicle which is developed in human during fetal development. No new follicle are produced after birth. So our hair is nagatubo siya from the hair follicle which is a very tiny structure sa ato ang skin, and this follicle develops while we are still in the womb of our mother. So walay hair follicle na na-form after birth. So hair shape and texture are heavily influenced by genes. The physical appearance of hair can also be influenced by nutritional status and intentional alteration. So your hair shape, whether it's straight, wavy, curly, or coily ba, nagadepende na sa imuhang genes. So the genes will be the one to control your shape of your hair follicle para magtubo imong buhok the way nga it's either straight ba, kulot, or etc. And of course, dili lang genes and maka-affect pod kung unsa ang imuhang ginakaon sa imuhang buhok. So if nagakaon ka og mga nutritious foods, and of course you will also have a healthy hairs. Pero if always ka nagakat sa imong hair and like nagatina, so the appearance of your hair will change. So next is the hair structure. We have here the root bulb, hair shaft, and tip. So, ang root bulb daw, it is the shape of your root bulb is determined whether or not the hair was pulled by force. So, as you can see from the first picture is what it shows here, the root bulb. So, tira ni mo mabalaan if ang buhok ba kay nabira siya by force or wala. Kay naaman siya, kay nang kung mura siya o ugat sa buhok. Okay, so next, hair shaft. It contains the most information about the hair. We have also here the tip, which show if the hair was cut, burned, and if had split ends. So ginaingon diri ang sa tip daw, dira daw makita o kumbaga kanang pinakalasan gud sa pinakadulog sa atong buhok. So dira ma-determine if ang imong buhok ba kay na-cut or nagunting or whatever, na-burn or nasunog and had split ends or kanang kung nagaway or nagsanga-sanga sa dulo. Next, we have here the parts of hair shaft, medulla, cuticle, and cortex. So when we say medulla, the central canal of the hair shaft may be continuous, fragmented, interrupted, or absent. So makita ninyo dira ang kalahian sa upat, which we have here the continuous medulla. Kung makita ninyo dira na ang black jud is kanang wala siya na putol-putol, that is called continuous medulla. Interrupted medulla naman is straight siya na black sa central sa kanal, but sa dulo kay naputol siya, that is interrupted medulla. Ang fragmented medulla naman is kumbaga mura siya og kanang gamay ra siya na medulla, gagmay ra siya, so dili siya kanang long na straight. So no medulla, of course wala kay medulla na makita. So next is a cuticle. The outer surface of the hair, and when viewed under the microscope, appears to be composed of a scale like flakes, whichever it is. So kanang picture mo na siya ang naging kanang it shows how the hair looks like under microscope. So have you also here the cortex contains the hair color pigmentation. Next is the sources of human hair. We have 6. So head hairs, public hairs, facial hairs, limb hairs, fringe hairs, and other area hairs. So what is head hairs? The longest hairs of the human body. So we are all familiar with the head hair. So ang atong buhok daw sa ulo mo na siya ang gina-consider na longest hair sa human body. Of course, we have also here the public areas. They are coarse and wiry. These hairs tapered, braided, and cut safe. So you know what it means na. Facial hairs we commonly call mustache and beard sa mga lalaki mostly makita. And limb hairs, hairs from leg and arms. Muna siya, limb hairs ang tawag. Next, fringe hairs originated from neck, sideburns, upper leg, abdomen, and back. Next is the other body area hairs from underarm, chest, eye, and nose hair. Now let's proceed to the racial determination. A human can be associated with a particular racial group on the basis of established models for each group. Forensic examiner differentiate between hairs and people with Caucasoid, Mongoloid, or Negroid origin. So, a forensic examiner daw can guess a person's race based on the hair. So, they will look to the hair shape, so color and texture of the hair to see if it matches what's typically na makita sa Caucasian or Caucasoid, Asian from Mongoloid, or mga taga-Asian or Mongoloid or Negroid from the Africa. Next, so this is what is Caucasoid, muna siya first picture, we have here Mongoloid and Negroid. Next, significance of hair evidence. The evidence processing techniques employed, the method of evidence collection used in the crime scene, the methodology of the hair examination process, and the last is the experience of the hair examiner. So, hair evidence is very crucial in forensic investigation since ang hairman, as I mentioned earlier, makatabang ang buhok para ma-identify ang suspect. So, upon examination, ang hair makaprovide og information about individuals to determine if it is human hair ba or animal hairs. And of course, ma-reveal sa diri kung unsa ang racial determination sa tag-iya sa buhok. And most especially, upon examining the hair, it also important here na ang expert ang nga mag-examine kanang that they should be kanang knowledgeable enough to do their job. Next is the hair. Hairs have number of innate qualities that make them useful as trace evidence. So it is personal evidence originating directly from individual. Next, it is continually falling from the body. It is easily detected, recovered, and preserved. It is persistent or not easily destroyed. So it's hard to hide away and throw away. It's relatively unchanging over time. It varies from person to person, and most especially is it contains DNA. So this is very supportable. Next, collection of hair. We have here searching for hair. So the search for hair at the crime scene must be done in a thorough, detailed, and precise manner. So looking hair at the crime scene is important for solving crimes, of course. So dapat mag-search carefully para ma-ensure na makita jud ang hairs tanan nga naa sa crime scene. So a detailed search maka-help sa mga investigator na ma-identify if kay kinsa jud gikan ang buhok. Next, collecting hair. Hair discovered at the crime scene should be carefully removed with the use of fingers or a pair of tweezers. It is crucial also na maging maingat upon handling the hair sa crime scene. So, by the use of fingers or a pair of tweezers, maiwasan na madamage ang hair, which can maybe can also lead na madamage pud ang DNA. So dili na siya magamit as evidence if ma-destroy ang DNA. Maong kinahanglan na upon collecting the evidence is careful jud in order na masolve pud ang kaso. Next is obtaining hair standards. So standard hair samples must be taken from multiple areas of the head, top, side, and back. So thereby ensuring representative shade and the range of the hair. So taking hair samples in multiple areas ensures a representative sample. So a comprehensive sample will give more accurate picture of person's hairs and para pod na ma-improve ang reliability sa comparison na pagkahimuon sa crime scene. Next is laboratory analysis of hair. So this is the purpose of examination. First, we have here to determine whether the hair in question originated from animal or human being and comparison of questioned and known hairs. Second is to ascertain whether two or more individuals could have come into contact or whether one or more individuals could have come into contact with an object. So, ang unang purpose sa laboratory sa buhok is ang hair evidence makatabang na ma-figure out if ang hair na nakuha sa crime scene kay buhok sa tao or buhok sa hayop. Then, i-compare ang hair sa nakuha sa crime scene ug ang hair sa suspect. And this will determine if naabot jud ang suspect sa crime scene, alleged suspect sa crime scene. So, then, it stated there also na that hair can also show if two people touch each other or there is someone pa who touched the specific object by examining that object. So the comparison is the key to solve the case, which makatabang siya sa investigator to connect people to place and things. So, ang pag-examine sa buhok ay isa sa mga paraan sa mga investigator para masolve ang kaso and mahatagan sila og clue about sa case. So, by matching the hair, they can find the truth or they will know what really happened. Next, hair microscopy. So the examination of human hairs in the forensic laboratory is typically conducted using a comparison microscope. It is not considered a conclusive test because it is difficult to establish statistical probability for a particular association due to the lack of reliable quantitative assessment of the microscopic characteristic present in hair. However, this can still help eliminate a suspect from the crime scene. So, ang hair examiner can use a microscope to look the hair very closely. So, they compare hair from the crime scene and the hair of the alleged suspect. So, although it says here na it is not a perfect test because it's hard to say for sure if the hair that been collected are from the same person. So, pero it will help to link the suspect from the crime scene. Next, this is the last one. Okay, methods of microscopic analysis of hairs. First, we have here the parallel mounting technique, dry mount, and wet mount. So, what is parallel mounting technique? Refers to a method of affixing the samples of the slide before the cover slip plays. So, this is one of the method used in microscope to prepare samples for viewing. So, katong ginabutang ang samples sa microscope light na naka-align sa katong parallel. So, dry mount, convenient in terms of preparation. It says here na convenient siya in terms of preparation. So, I don't have any idea about this, but maybe dry mounting method is kuan lang siya, quick lang and doesn't require any special chemicals or mga taas pa na procedures. Next, last but not the least is the wet mount. A special resin used to prepare slides which is close to that keratin of the hair. Maybe this technique uses liquid mounting to prepare slide and of course para na mas mapadali na makita ang information about sa hair. So that would be all. Thank you everyone.
Good morning everyone, my name is Dalton Savelli Kuga and today I will continue to discuss our topic which is all about fiber. A fiber or filament is the smallest single unit that form the basis or a textile yarn. A yarn is composed of numerous fibers that are spun, twisted or ground together to prepare the unit from weaving or knitting. This is very important in an investigation where there is a possible of fiber transfer between a suspect and victim during the commission of the crime. Ang fiber daw kay mao ni siya ang smallest or kanang very nipis na standard sa cotton which mausad na ang ginatwist in order na mabuhat ang yarn, mabuhat ang yarn which is isa sa gamit to knife craft kanang ginabuhat og craft o ang ginaingon diri nga importante kayo sa isa ka investigasyon kung asa nay posible nga ang fiber sa suspect pwede ma-transfer sa victim during to commission of crime. So, mao ni ang klaseng fiber. Una, ang Angora fiber daw are commonly gikan sa mohair and Argona rabbit hair which is kaning duha nga klaseng fiber kay very same sila og characteristic from softness, silky texture and of course sa remarkable lightness. And tungod sa quality sa naa ning Argona fiber estimated na kanang 7 times warmer pa kini sa sheep wool o ang very ideal jud siya gamiton especially pag winter season pang laban sa tugnaw. Camel alpaca alma and Baconia kay ginagamit po siya sa pagbuhat og yarn since kana nga mga fiber kay very soft and comfy as well. And alpaca daw kay ginapresyuhan og dako, it's because mauni siya ang ginagamit para sa mga mahalon na clothing, even ang ilama pero medyo less expensive lang kay compare sa alpaca. Then ang vicuna sad ginaingon diri nga very rare siya na fabric and gina-considered sad na very valuable animal fiber globally. Then cashmere, it is state there na ang cashmere fiber is gikan sa cashmere goat na hair. It is very soft, lightweight and of course warm. Kani nga mga quality sa fiber kay pwede siya mahimong known as high-end na sweatwear or any kinds of clothing Then ikaapat kay we hear from Argona goats as mentioned earlier na ang Argona fiber is very soft, warm, and of course lightweight. Then last kay olefin, which is manufactured fiber nut, so kilala very confident siya so tapos dali ra siya mauga, dili siya mansahan, and usually kanina fiber kay ginagamit sa home furnishing, usually sa mga medyas, mga thermal underwear or sportwear. Then sa sa fiber color isa sa kadako o contribute pag-identity kay ang color sa fiber or piece of cloth. Every fiber kay lahi ang ways para ma-dye or mabutang og kulay with that. Lahi pud siya og forma or texture pag mag-fade or discolored. Pwede siya mahimo na way para i-compare ang mga clothes para ma-identify kung kinsa ang na-interaction dito with the same texture and color sa siya yung victim sa suspect ba. O sa fiber location, so knowing the location of each fiber area or any specific item shows kung unsa ka importante ang tao na associated na nga clothes, since mao ni ang isa ka way para maibalaan kung unsa ang role niya sa crime scene. And that's all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rinier Celebrado and this is my part of report in Group 12. First kay public source determination. Ang public source determination kay mao ni siya ang mga public nimo na makita sa mga crime scene. And when we say public fibers kay mao na siya ang mga small parts of public. Ang public fibers mo na makita sa mga crime scene kay gina-determine na siya sa mga investigator kung asa siya nag-originate kay tungod ang fibers kay dili lang siya makita nimo sa gamit sa tao or sa sinina, dagan siya type of fibers. And second kay fiber transfer resistance. Dili nimo ang fibers, dili nimo ma-identify unsa ang klase sa contact sa suspect and victim kay tungod sa fibers na makita nimo sa crime scene. O napoy ginatawag na ang fibers kay dali ra siya mawala depende sa lihok sa suspect kay tungod galihok siya mawala ang fibers siyang lawas, and ang tugay ra mawala na fibers kay sa victim kay tungod dili na siya buhi o nagpundo lang siya. Second, ang next kay nature of contact. Mo ni siya ang ma-identify na jud mo na unsa ang types of contact nila sa suspect o sa victim kay tungod sa kadaghanon sa kadaghanon sa fibers na makita sa crime scene, like anang homicide ma-identify nimo kay ilang contact kay nay violent physical contact kay tungod sa fibers nimo na makita sa victim. Pwede nimo siya ma-determine na ang victim kay nag-self-defense siya sa suspect kay tungod patyon siya kay tungod sa mga buhok sa suspect nakita sa victim. And sunod kay multiple fibers association. Ang fibers kay dili lang nimo siya makita sa isa ka part or sa victim, dili lang siya sa victim makita, pwede po siya nimo makita sa palibot sa crime scene kay dira po nimo ma-determine na ang unsay nahitabo sa crime scene. Kay pwede nimo siya maunawaan na ang nahitabo sa crime scene na pwede nimo ang suspect o ang victim kay grabe nilang away kay tungod sa mga fibers nakita sa crime scene o sa lawas sa victim. O pwede po din mo ang maunawaan na ang victim giguyod siya kay tungod ang buhok sa victim kay nakita nimo sa salog o sa salog. So, ang last kay fiber evidence.
Good morning everyone, my name is Shane Mucho and this is the continuation of our report. My topic is all about fiber evidence. Fiber evidence assigning significance. A significant event is identified when a fiber found on the victim's clothing matches to known fibers of a suspect. To think matching dyed synthetic fibers or natural fibers can be very meaningful. whereas the matching of the common fibers such as the white cotton or blue than named cotton is deemed less significant. However, in some situations, the presence of white cotton or blue than in cotton can still have some meaning in resolving an issue. So it just means when fibers found on a victim's clothing tapos nagmatch sa suspect clothing, it can be significant as evidence. Tapos sa type of fibers, dyed synthetic or natural fibers are considered more meaningful matches than common fibers like white cotton or blue cotton. But even common fibers like white cotton or blue cotton can be relevant in specific situation. So magdepende dyan na siya sa case, no? In essence, ang pasabot lang dyan na sa fiber evidence kay ano po siya can help link a suspect to a crime scene or a victim. So next one, value of fiber as evidence. Fiber evidence is seldom conclusive by itself, but in conjunction with other details or evidence. So it means na ang fiber evidence daw kay it supports others evidence. Okay, ang fiber evidence alone might not be conclusive, but it combined with other details, it can strengthen a case. Ikadua, fiber evidence can help locate a suspect at the scene of the crime. So it means maka-help do siya na malink ang suspect sa crime scene. Ikatulo, fiber evidence can be interchanged between the victim and the suspect, especially in violent crimes such as rape, assault, or murder. So it means ang fiber daw kay shows contact between victim and suspect. Fibers can be transferred between the two, especially in violent crimes like rape, assault, or murder. Fiber evidence provides useful leads and helps build cases. Ang next one is searching of fiber evidence. First, the location and collection of the fiber evidence at the crime scene can be difficult task due to their minute size and composition of the sample. Kadua, the crime scene specialist must search headgear and clothing and pay particular attention to pocket cups and linings. Ikatulo, the general crime scene area should be carefully searched for live fiber evidence, especially any location that may have been the site of struggle or assault. So, kaya ang searching for fiber evidence kay can be challenging due to its small size. To effectively collect fiber evidence, dapat ang crime scene specialist kay mag-thorough examine damit sila og headgear and sa clothing kay especially pockets, cuffs, and linings sa ilang taon. And also, they also search the crime scene area, focusing on locations where a struggle or assault may have been occurred. And also, kanang carefully collection and analysis of fiber evidence can help a stronger case. Last one, collection of fiber as evidence. In sex offenses, assault, and some other cases, it is possible to demonstrate contact between the two individuals or between one individual and some other object by comparing fibers. If the fibers are short or very few, the area or the entire item containing the fibers must be wrapped in paper before sending the exhibit to the laboratory. If thread or large fibers are found, they can be picked up by the fingers and places in paper's binder, and then in a coin envelope, which can be sealed and marked. Never place loose fibers directly into a mailing envelope because evidence could be lost from this type of envelope. Pick up fibers on tape only if the laboratory allows it and gives proper requirements. When fibers or threads are recovered, all clothing of persons from which they might have originated must be sent to the laboratory for comparison purposes. It just means na comparing fibers can be used to demonstrate contact between individuals or objects. And also, pag maghandling na ikaw og short or few fibers, wrap the entire item or the area in paper to prevent loss. And when mag-handle ka og large fibers or threads, use fingers to pick them up, place in a paper binder, and then in a sealed coin envelope.